Okay, I want you to forget the past. I don't care that Jonathan beat me.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that this turns into the most impressive kitchen you have ever seen.
I love it.
I bought this house for $2.35 million and I budgeted $2 million for the renovation. I came in slightly over budget on the living room and front entry, so I've got to be careful with my kitchen and dining room spend.
This is a new day, a new challenge, and this kitchen is gonna be so different. In fact, this isn't even the kitchen right now. That tiny tucked away kitchen off to the side makes absolutely no sense.
Yep.
We have to move the kitchen from the side of the house all the way over here, so we have to run plumbing. I have no idea what they were doing with this fountain, but I'm pretty sure the plumbing is not up to code over here.
I'm gonna make this weird fountain room the new kitchen by extending the wall back 5 feet. Then I'll lose the wall between there and the living room, creating an open flow to the new dining space.
Oh, the biggest feature in this entire house that I want to keep is in the dining room.
Okay.
Look at this ceiling.
Wow.
I mean, there's so much character, way more than what Jonathan has in that other house. And I think that's something that people will look for in this neighborhood as well. I mean, that's adding value, not getting rid of that.
Yeah.
We cannot crack or damage this. But I also would love to refurbish this fireplace. I mean, this is pretty disgusting right now.
Yeah.
If we can restore the look of it, that would be amazing.
My bold vision for the dining room revolves around restoring the vintage fireplace as a decorative feature and reconditioning the windows to their classic look. Wide plank hardwood flooring and light-colored walls will accent the 100-year-old painted barrel ceiling, and a long, thin dining table with elegant chairs will highlight the charming historical character of this room. In the kitchen, I'm removing that old fountain and opening up the room by putting in a support beam and extending the far wall out. With a double range, statement vent hood, and plenty of custom cabinets for storage, this kitchen will be a chef's dream. Plus, with a huge island, lots of seating, and oversized fridge and freezer, this will be an entertainer's paradise. The bright, fresh vibes and classic fixtures will attract the high-end buyers for this neighborhood that I'm after.
Let the challenge begin.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, we need to build a kitchen, and I feel like no better way to start this competition than a living room win.
Well, you take the win and then let's do it again.
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
this kitchen going.
This is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, though, because living room we were able to use the same footprint, keep things relatively the same. However, with the dining room and the kitchen, we can go all out and give this place like a jaw-dropping kitchen. I bought this house for $2.4 million, and I budgeted $2 million for the renovation. I came in on budget for the living room and front entry challenge, so I can really spend big on my new huge kitchen addition and still have enough left over for my dining room reno. How cool would this be if we just had all of this for a whole entertaining space? They say the kitchen's the heart of the home. I think the kitchen is going to be the heart of what wins this whole competition for us. I'm willing to spend big on this to ensure that Drew can't match this space. The smart play is making my dining room feel bigger by punching out the wall and then adding full height windows to max out on natural light. I'm putting in light hardwood flooring and a barrel vault ceiling to add some dramatic impact to the room, with a huge table with more than enough room for the best dinner party on the block. For the kitchen, I'm adding a huge extension with almost 11-foot ceilings, big chunky wood beams, and a full walk-in pantry. For the counters and walls, I'm going high contrast, and there's just enough space to squeeze in 2 large islands, creating the ultimate entertaining area. Buyers will be blown away with the view of the backyard through the large French doors and this incredible see-through fireplace.
We're going to see the Corner Chateau first. It's not too far away.
And who did that one?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you who did that one. You guys have to figure that out for yourself.
Oh, I'm so excited. The Corner Chateau.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
love that it just pulls you into the house, right?
Oh my gosh, so different, right?
Right?
Right away, I'm loving that tile so much. The texture on it?
I would say it's not a huge kitchen.
No.
But they've
no.
really maximized the space, and by keeping it so light, it feels bigger than it would if there were dark cabinets. I also really like this. What a great use of space.
This is great. I've never seen a bench on the end of an island. It does give you a lot more seating. What a cool stove.
So cool. So that
Yes.
we're bringing in another layer of some history
Yeah.
in an obviously brand new kitchen.
I love these floors. I think they're beautiful. Look at all the texture on them. Oh my gosh, look at this. A double, okay, that's a refrigerator. Is this the freezer?
Wait, but what's
Oh
in
my
the
gosh,
middle?
it's so big.
What did they hide in
What
here?
is in the middle?
Oh, just spices.
Spices. Let's check out the dining room.
I love that it's sunk.
This just is an old, beautiful chateau.
It's nice once in a while to have a space that just feels special. And this room does with this ceiling. Seeing it in person, it feels great.
It's so much more vibrant in person.
I also really love this fireplace update.
I do too.
And the other thing I really love is, I know this room didn't have this tile, but this house had very similar tile. So bringing in that layer of history and telling the story of this home, I think is fantastic.
I think they've done an amazing job here.
So which brother do you think did this house?
Well, at first I actually thought Jonathan, but I think it was Drew.
So you've seen the corner chateau, and now you're going to see the house next door. So you guys go in, do your thing, and then I'll meet you out here.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, wow.
You are just drawn into this space, and look at that
Oh
ceiling.
my gosh, what a work of art. You know, I feel almost like I'm in Europe. It's so beautiful.
So what's interesting is in the before pictures, this house didn't have a lot of character. And instead, he really added it. There was less to play off of here. And he took that blank canvas and really worked with it. I love color, and I think that this is the perfect way to do it, right? The rug is mostly orange, but we've got pops of the blue.
Yeah.
Bringing it in again with the drapery.
And it's so earthy.
Yeah.
And homey. Wow. Oh my
sold.
gosh, Dan. Oh, I love this blue gray. Like, the color is
You're
so
distracted by the
pretty.
blue gray and not the double island?
This is unbelievable. Look at the beams in here. And what I love is it's a different brown, but it's so beautiful.
There is just this amazing balance of like white and view and simplicity that makes it feel open, but there's still things that draw you in, like this tile.
Oh, Dan. This is the couch of couches.
Okay.
I mean, okay, like, I just want to put my feet up.
Well, and I especially love that it's a see-through fireplace that still gives you a view of the backyard.
So, okay, whose house is this? It could be Drew's.
No, that was Drew, this is Jonathan.
We'll see. It's gonna be a tough choice.
All right.
Hey!
Drew has literally not been able to stop fidgeting and moving because he's so nervous. Let's walk through the house next door.
It's so open, getting drawn into that dining room with that ceiling detail.
It was spectacular. The double islands, and then the couch, and then the fireplace. Wow.
Yeah.
So in the corner chateau house, that kitchen's not very big, but it was designed and laid out so well. We were both really impressed.
My favorite thing about the corner chateau, the dining room, when I walked in that, I just felt such warmth, and I just wanted to be in that room forever. It was really beautiful.
The house next door, it was a pretty blank slate, whereas the corner chateau had the beautiful arches, it had the fireplace. They layered history in a way that the house next door couldn't.
Whose house do you think belongs to which brother?
I keep going back and forth.
So when we walked into the corner chateau, I immediately thought that it was Drew. So the house next door, I think it's kind of how a contractor would approach design. And so we gave that one to Jonathan.
Which house do you think deserves to win?
The winning house of the kitchen and dining room challenge is the house next door.
Why? Maureen,
This could not go better.
I thought we had something. And it was all about the history in my home.
No.
You chose the new design.
You do have something. A kitchen that's just not quite as good as my kitchen.
I was so sure because you guys are all about original history of a home, and he didn't have any.
But I
Oh my
do
gosh.
have to say that when I went into that house, I felt like I was taken back in time.